There you are. Oh, I thought we'd have to do the show without you, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Podcasting will be a thrill. Grandpa and chill, grandson and friends. Podcasting Grandpa and chill will be a thrill, grandson and friends. With your hosts, Grandpa Bart and Brandon Fox, Phines Jackson and Sierra Dawes. This is Grandpa and Chill.
Has to go to the woman spider that's much bigger, and he has to like dance for the girl spider, and then either she'll eat him or she'll mate with him
and then eat him afterwards.
That's sometimes depends on how hungry the spider is.
Either way, like, do you want to fuck? Because you're gonna get eaten.
Yeah. He's like dancing. He's like, please.
He probably doesn't even know. He's probably like, man, I've been practicing these moves. And then like 15 minutes later, he's getting eaten. God,
like,
spiders are just the worst in every way.
Spiders are dicks, man.
They're so disgusting.
They're great. I love them.
Have you ever seen a mother spider with like 100 babies on her back, and then you like move it and they all like scatter?
I don't like where this conversation.
Horrifying.
No, that's good. That's good. They're all ready to eat things that we don't like.
That is true. Mosquitoes, yeah.
Well, crocodiles eat their other crocodiles and their young.
Yeah. I think spiders do the same thing. I think spiders will not eat their young, but the eggs eat each other. Like the brothers and sisters will fight.
Didn't you used to have a crocodile, Grandpa?
When I was very young, I had caimans, which are crocodiles.
Wow.
Crocodile.
I know that you've never told me this, but I knew that it would be true.
Where did you get crocodiles from?
Well, when I was a kid, there weren't laws against it, and you could, buy them online. There was a company called, I think I told you about it, Johnson Smith and Company. And like I once bought a fire-eating kit, and it turned out to be a stick with some hay on it that you set on fire. They sold all kinds of
So you just bought an alligator out of a magazine?
Yeah, and they were little. They were like babies, and you could buy any of those things.
How long did they live?
How big did he get?
Well, I never kept them, but they probably would live to be, I don't know, 40 years old, probably, if they were. I don't remember. I probably just got rid of them.
You don't remember what happened to your pet alligator crocodile?
No, I was probably 8, 10 years, 11 years old when I
You got them mixed up with a fire-eating
running around.
Yeah.
They're probably just running around. Was this in
They'd
Florida?
have all kinds of junk.
Where was this at?
Yeah, where was this at, Grandpa?
Pardon? Well, at the time I was living in Philadelphia.
Look up Philadelphia alligator
so next
attacks.
time we hear about them
crocodile
sewer
attacks.
gators, we're going to be like, damn, Barton.
I mean, they used to have painted turtles and alligators and all that.
Are caimans the type, do they grow big? Like they grow into real...
Yeah. Caimans get very big. I didn't realize I was reading about it. Yeah, they get large.
And you have no idea what happened to these poor creatures.
I have no idea.
Did your parents buy them for you, or...
No,
I bought
yeah,
them.
when you were
At 8
when
years
you were
old?
8.
Bro, I'm going to cry.
I mean, I wouldn't want you to think I came from those type of genes.
Yeah.
I will give me out. Oh, man.
Did they even have the internet back then?
No, it's just in a magazine.
That's so
It's
crazy.
just in a Sky Mall
I'm talking in the
magazine.
late 40s and 50s. Yeah, it was all like magazines, just what
And
Sierra
when you
saying.
called the number, did you like give them a credit card, or...
You just put the money. They didn't have credit cards. You just put the
there
money
weren't-
in
I
an
didn't have a credit
envelope
card.
and
No, I paid
lick
cash.
the stamp.
Probably cost $2.
$2 to buy a living
I don't
caiman crocodile.
Yeah, but remember, $2 then is like 30.
That's
Oh,
not better.
30,
How much?
$30 for a crocodile when you're
How
8.
many did you get? Just the one?
I'm not sure. I might have. I think just one. Yes, but they were small little crocodiles. That's what they were.
I have to look up it one day, but I'm looking up articles of Philadelphia crocodile attacks.
Wow.
But
I was
can't find
watching this
anything.
thing last night. Mike Tyson slept with his tiger, like cuddled up in bed sleeping.
Okay.
Wow.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah, tigers can be very friendly towards humans if they're raised from.
Yeah, but
when they're
I mean,
young.
who was it? Not the Ringling Brothers. There's two. One guy got real messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably playing though. I bet
He
like
died.
if you raised it, it probably doesn't know any
No,
better
he
either.
died recently,
Like-
Grandpa.
No, we're talking about the tiger. No, I'm talking about the tiger that slept with Mike Tyson.
Oh.
Maybe he had it since a little kitten, so it just was like
He's
afraid
taking a
of
big
Mike Tyson.
chance.
Maybe he saw Mike Tyson punch something and was like, I don't want to do that.
Right. But like, when you're sleeping, anybody can do anything. So, the tiger could attack.
Is that a basketball, Sierra? It's a pumpkin.
They were selling
Okay.
these at the grocery store. How cute is this? Look at it.
Did you put?
A
Is it a
spider.
real pumpkin or is that a fake one? Wow. What they put on top of it? Or did you
Oh,
put
they
that on
come
there?
like this. They were selling a bunch of cute little decorated pumpkins, and I got a little one that's like a third of this size, and it's got like little crazy hair, and it's got a little cat face on it, and I put it by her front door. They're so cute, and they were like $3.
It's so cute. I've never been so like invested in Halloween before this year.
This is gonna be the most
This
This is
year?
gonna be the most I've ever tried on Halloween,
Yeah.
and 80% of it is this pumpkin right here.
Yep. When is Halloween this year?
31st. Yeah, next Sunday.
Okay. I'm not prepared. No,
No,
but
me neither.
I have things from last year. I'll mix and match it. Yeah. Are you doing anything special? You said this is the year you did the most. You're doing the most you ever have. Why is that? And what are you doing?
Oh, go see her. Sorry.
No, I'm gonna.
This is
I'm actually wearing a costume, which I never do. I usually get excited for it in like August or July, and then I'm like, I have a great idea in like the summer, and then everything starts up, or it'll be like basically just school would start up, and I'd be like, damn, and it just gets ahead of me. And October is midterm time, so then it's midterms, and then I wait for the midterm to come back. I see I fucked up the midterm, and then it's the 26th. Then I'm like, all right, well, there's no time. There's no way. But this year I'm actually going to get a costume, and I got these pumpkins. That's the most effort I've put in. I got to practice all week, getting into character. Next week I'll be getting in character. And
Are you going to a party?
No, my God. No.
What are you doing? Just running around your house?
Probably, yeah. Maybe I'll do a live in character. That'll be fun.
Like an Insta Live?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I've never seen one of those.
Brandon,
I don't like
what
them.
about yourself?
Do any of you ever watch these baking contest shows where they do make stuff for Halloween?
No.
They're terrific. They're really great
That's a good
decorators.
idea.
Yeah, I saw there was a
television.
Halloween baking competition TV show that's out this month. That's cool.
That's a good idea. I should find some for next week. Exciting.
Brandon, your holiday?
Yeah, so I haven't dressed up in a really long time, and I'm gonna go as probably like Gomez Adams or one of the Adams family characters or something. And
Which one?
probably the dad, I don't know. If I'm
Well,
feeling
yeah, I can see
ugly, I'll
that.
be Uncle Fester, but
I love it.
do you know the characters?
Yeah,
I just saw it. I just
Uncle
saw it
Fester's
for the first time like a week ago. It's such a good movie.
The animated
No,
or original?
well, the original was a TV show, but like the first real movie was with oh my god, Christina Ricci played like the little girl Wednesday Addams. It was the big famous one.
Right.
That's the one I'm talking about. And
Mhm.
the dude from Back to
yeah,
the
that's right.
Future played the uncle, and yeah, it was amazing.
I don't think I've ever
Okay,
seen
let's see.
a whole.
You going to is it a party or something?
What?
Are you going to a party?
There's a
competition?
bunch of things going. Yeah, I'm gonna go trick or treating.
You might as well.
Yeah. The man. Hello, I would like some candy, please.
I'd be like, you see, I'm here. You see, I made it through 2020 and 21. Give me some damn candy. I earned it.
Cough on this fucking basket.
Give me some candy, or I'll cough I'll cough on your door.
Like,
No.
yeah, get COVID door to door. I will probably be going to an outdoor screening of Hocus Pocus at this place called The Works on Friday.
Aw.
It's free. I've never seen the movie all the way through, actually, but
What?
no, never. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It would be hard to beat Addams Family. Addams Family
I
was real
freaking
good.
love Hocus Pocus.
Is it Disney?
Yeah, what's everyone's
Yeah.
favorite? Do you have a favorite Halloween movie, everyone?
Probably that, or maybe it. I don't. Yeah.
It's
The
Halloween
first
movie.
It was really fun.
Grandpa. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite Halloween movie,
Yo,
Grandpa?
can I just pause? He was
can't
he was
think
just
of any
he's
of
just
them.
sitting there looking at the camera like
And blank
709,
stare.
7010, 707.
Nobody woke me up. Woke me up and heard my name.
That's a big vibe, right?
Brandon, is your favorite Halloween movie?
I really love The Nightmare Before Christmas. Have you ever seen that?
I've never watched it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh,
I
wow.
really like all of Tim Burton's like Edward Scissorhands is another spooky movie.
I've never seen that
Yeah.
one either. I
Or-
thought it was just like
Oh my
I literally
God.
thought it was like an internet meme or something like or something made up like Slenderman for like
Oh no.
a very too long. I didn't know it was a movie until probably like high school or college
Yeah,
age.
yeah, it's so beautiful.
Wow.
It's just like a
Some
weird
hits.
love movie, and
I need to find that.
that's what I like is like weird love movies, like Nightmare
Yeah.
Before Christmas.
I think that's what made me so weird.
Yeah,
Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, all the Tim Burton films.
I was thinking
yeah.
about that recently. I was like rewatching an old SpongeBob, it just happened to be on my laptop, and I would like the stuff that we grew up with was just so crazy. I feel like it really influenced like what millennials are.
Yeah,
Oh
Courage the
my
Cowardly
god,
Dog. I think we talked about
have
this.
we talked about Courage?
I don't know. Maybe. I feel like I've talked about this with people my age of like how messed up our humor is
Yeah.
or how messed up our viewpoint is because all the cartoons I was watching
Bro,
that
they
were
was
like
letting anybody make cartoons. It was weird.
it was just
like-
dark. Just some dark
There was
dark
just some-
humor. Yeah, just dark.
Not
and I
even
was
dark
just-
humor. Like there was just weird shit like going on. Like Ren
Yeah.
and Stimpy, Angry
Yeah,
Monsters.
Oh, that's
Just weird.
That's going way back.
There's just weird stuff.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Invaders
Cat
Zim.
Dog.
Beginning of
Yeah.
Cat Dog. Cat Dog was my shit, bro.
Dog.
That's so crazy.
Angry
Grandpa
Beavers.
Bart, you don't know about Cat
Some of
Dog.
this stuff.
It's a
No, I never heard of
it's
it.
a cat and a dog. It's a cartoon, but it's just like a cat and a dog. They're just like fused together. There's no ass. It's just like cat head, dog head, and
It's like human
They're
centipede.
brothers. Yeah, no. It's like conjoined twins. It's like
Yeah,
conjoined
yeah.
twins, and they're just brothers.
Yep,
They
yep.
don't know how they got here. They don't know why they just exist like this, and like they live in a house, and like half of the house is like a fish head because cats like fish, and the other half is like shaped like a bone because it's a dog. And they
Mhm.
just, bro, Cat Dog is where it's at.
Yep, the dog gets random cat hairs out of his mouth.
We love it. We love it. We love Cat Dog.
What cart?
There's a mouse there they live with that's really mean.
It's like Rudy or
Yeah, it's
something.
just I feel like it was an L for some reason. His
Lenny?
name like
No? Lenny.
Laszlo or
sounds right.
who?
No, Laszlo
I
was
don't
a
know.
different.
I don't know.
cartoon.
If that's it.
Right.
Well, anyway,
Good
sorry,
stuff,
Grandpa.
good stuff.
What
that's
what
fine.
cartoon? Yeah,
It's interesting. No, I was just going to say a domestic cat can scare a crocodile away because they're so
Cats don't
fast.
play.
Their reflexes are so fast. They'll strike the crocodile, and crocodile is not fast
Do you
enough.
wanna see
Wow.
the cat?
Yeah.
It's not
yeah,
gonna
no,
work,
not if you're
but
gonna.
if you
Don't
want
bother him. He's got enough to deal with this week.
Yeah.
Wait.
Is he eating, or is it a he or she? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a he.
His
Obviously,
name
you
is
said.
Tank, and he's a year and 3 months, and he's very handsome.
It sounds like he's been hurt because a cat that old already would be friendly towards a human.
I don't know. I've heard that this
Or
is
maybe
common.
he is one of those.
Sounds like he's
little
been injured or
quarantine
something.
cats that got given up.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't
it's
say his
true.
backstory or anything. They had no info on him, so
Damn.
he was just at a shelter.
Oh, little Tank.
Yeah. Yeah, I can put my laptop like next to the bed and it won't bother him, just to show you.
Is he eating?
Yeah, but I have to put
Drinking?
everything under the bed. So I put his blanket under the bed, I put a bowl of water under the bed, I put his kibble under the bed. So I'm like and he literally like stays like right under where my body goes on the bed. So it's like me, and then like right underneath I can feel him moving and shit.
Oh no.
Well, if you don't pressure him, he'll eventually. Get to
Yeah,
love
I mean,
you,
it can
you know.
take up to 3 weeks or a month or whatever, and by then he might already be gone. So
Little Tank.
It's good. You have a.
Why did you get him if you're only going to keep him for such a short
I'm not
period of
adopting
time?
him. I'm just fostering him so that he has a place to go before he gets adopted. Otherwise,
We may have been moved around a lot, and he's afraid that he'll get moved around again.
yeah, well, he will.
Oh,
So he's
Yeah.
right.
That's a shame.
I mean, yeah, I can't keep him. But
Well, you can.
I can't unless I travel with him, and
Oh, yeah. It's hard having a pet if you
I have to travel. I live alone. I'm gone for long periods. My place is so small.
Cats love
You
that.
need one of
though.
those super chill cats that like that video. You ever seen that video of the little like truck driver and he's got the cat on the dashboard? You need like a really chill cat like that, a trucker
No.
cat.
I saw a video of a cat.
Yeah.
This dude found a stray cat and he started biking around Europe and put the cat in his basket, and the two of them would just like ride a bike like cross country.
That's what you need. You need
Roller
one of them
coaster.
chill travel cats.
Yep.
Yeah.
They actually like humans' company. I think if sometimes cats like that you're not home all the time. Probably like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He'll be really lonely. Well, the other thing is I don't want to have a cat because I think that it should be around like another animal and multiple people, and
How did you manage to get this cat?
yeah, there's a foster program called Best Friends of Atlanta, and they sent an email out where they were like, hey, we're getting a shipment of cats, and like they don't have anywhere to go, and like I don't know, there's a website, everybody should check it out, but it lists like what cats and dogs, or maybe just dogs, are about to be killed that day from all the shelters in your area, and it's like multiple every single day. It's very sad. So if you can like foster, you like literally save the and they're not, so like 10% of the time they do it because they're sick or they're like abused, but most of the time they just ran out of space and they're like, well, we have a new dog, so we got to kill this one or else there won't be space. So yeah.
Lovely subject.
Hey, it's real spooky. It's Halloween season.
Yeah, dreadfully terrifying.
I always have a guilt conscience because I don't like to kill animals,
them,
but I
yeah.
eat meat, and I kill mice constantly. And if I don't do that, they'll just multiply like crazy in my place, and I don't know what else to do. I don't know how to control mice. I happen to live in a building and in a city where mice are a real problem, and they'll go away for months and then they start coming back again, and and I have to trap them and they die.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel badly.
Yeah, I think if they're breaking into your place, you can kill them. But if you're
Legally.
if
Breaking
you
in.
go out, and see one and step on it, I think that's very messed up.
No, I wouldn't do that. But in my home, I don't. It's just really a problem.
You really just haven't even. I can't do this joke with you, Grandpa, since you haven't watched Squid Games. But just start collecting the little rats as they come in, and make little games for them to play. And if they lose, you're gonna kill them anyway.
If you'll give me your address, I'll send them to you.
All right. I got a dog. It'd be more fun with me. There's so many.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, has everybody seen Squid Game yet?
Oh, for sure.
You guys have finished it?
I finished it. Yes.
Sierra's finished it.
I
For
saw
sure,
the
for sure.
very beginning of one of the shows, and it looked like it's very. Will they kill people?
Like everybody, bro.
For real?
What do they kill people?
So I just.
So you're not gonna see it, so we can talk about it openly.
If you please,
Do you think you'll continue it, or you can't watch
I don't want to see a game where people get killed. What kind
the
of game is
most
that?
popular show in the world right now?
Well, it sounds
an
like
emotional, cultural
mankind
thriller.
is all screwed up.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking that. You know how screwed up our America is? I was thinking about making a joke about the cat instead of fostering, do a Squid Game with cats. But I was like, nah, people love their cats. They will get mad at me if I say a cat Squid Game type of joke. But then they'll watch a TV show about people killing each other. It's awful.
Yeah, it's just like a barbarian culture, whatever.
Yeah. We love it.
I'm gonna drop some spoilers. This is a
Not for
spoiler
me.
warning, people. This is a spoiler warning. I think one of my favorite episodes was probably, the first episode was a banger, but like the second episode I think was probably my favorite because it was just like the whole point of the episode, it's just like, damn, your life just sucks. Maybe it's the third one, whichever one where they get to go back home. I was like, your life sucks. I was like, your life sucks. Like, damn, your life sucks too, bro. Like everything. They're like, the old man, who's a bastard, by the way. It's like, man. No, this is way worse. I just realized how messed up that was.
No. It makes me feel bad because the other day remember last episode, I was like, remember when that old man couldn't remember his name? I almost cried. And then I finish the show and go, oh, he tricked me.
No, when the old dude shows up and runs into, what's his face?
The lead guy.
Outside the store. And he's like, oh, hey, man, what's good? And he's like, literally nothing. My life is terrible. And he's like, yeah, same. And he's just like, I'm going to go back. Like, he really convinced that dude to go back. Like, they were both in it together. That's so fucked up.
And he peed himself. I keep thinking about that. It's like, did he pee himself on purpose or was it an accident?
Yeah. I think he really was sick the whole time.
No, he was.
Because why would you do that?
He was.
Why would you?
Well, that's why they stopped everybody from killing each other when he was the one who was like, stop, at night.
You're right.
Are you guys still talking about the show Squid?
It's a wild ride.
Are you serious that they seriously kill people, or is that just an act?
It's a TV show, so
fictional, Grandpa.
no real people die.
Okay.
No,
so
it's
nobody's
not like a
actually
reality
getting
show.
killed.
No.
Did you think it was a reality show when you
okay.
turned it on and you started?
I don't know. It sounded like it might be.
Didn't you say you watched?
Things are so
you
nutty
watched
today
a part
that-
of an episode.
No, I turned it on, and as soon as I realized what it was about, I thought it was for real. I turned it off.
No. No.
You thought you were watching people play a game where they could die, or no?
Where they could kill each other. Yeah, something like that. Well, I thought maybe it's coming from North Korea or some country where they don't value life.
man.
I don't know.
Do we want to get into
I'm not
North
sure.
Korean politics, Grandpa?
But yeah, I really enjoyed Squid Game. It was wild. Love all the pro-capitalism energy of the show. Good
Yeah,
time.
I mean, the thing about that is, in some form that shit has at least happened. I don't know if it's going on right now, but somewhere, people
There's
do
some
that.
pervert somewhere
Oh yeah,
with an island.
all the
Didn't
time.
they have that?
Fucking
Didn't
Jeffrey
they have
Epstein, exactly.
It wasn't it like a thing on the internet for a while, like on YouTube for like bum fights, where they would pay two bums to fight each other, or
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry, people
real.
that were. I don't mean to say or like someone that's struggling, someone will pay them. That's like a hop and a skip away from what Squid Game is. And you know what that's what I liked about the show too. I mean, this is dark anyway, but it's just like a mirror of our society, which is like when everyone came back after living real life was just like, yeah, like, y'all, life is really terrible out here. Barely able to afford ramen.
I have a question for you guys. It's totally off the subject, but I happened to call my sister yesterday because it was her birthday, and I talked for a little bit, and she said they're going to go see the football game right away, like it was a really important football game. Do you know who played football yesterday? What teams?
Was yesterday? What was yesterday? Tuesday? I don't know. I don't know if they play football on Tuesday.
Was it like a college game?
No, Buffalo.
I thought it was professional NFL.
Buffalo Bills versus Tennessee Titans played Monday. I don't think anybody played yesterday.
Who did Philly play?
This was Tuesday.
Today.
Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it was Tuesday. Yeah.
Maybe it was the NBA starting.
That was a football.
Was it
NBA
like
was the first,
real
it was the
football,
first
like
game of the
soccer?
Wait, maybe it was.
I don't think. Does NFL play football Tuesdays?
I think it was NBA.
Yeah.
Yesterday
I think you're right. It was the NBA. Yeah, because my brother-in-law's into that.
NBA game.
NBA baby. We can talk. Giannis looks like he's gonna be MVP again.
There was two games. Yeah. Warriors, Lakers, Nets, Bucks.
Yeah.
Warriors won.
I never realized how highly rated Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is.
Yeah.
Oh, the top 75. Yeah.
Yeah, I played the new 2K
greatest.
game for the first time this weekend.
No.
Did you play with Kareem?
No, I think I played with a really bad team. I think I played with like the All-Star Nets or something.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. You're from there.
Yeah, but I lost by a lot.
Damn.
Who'd you play? Did you play someone that played a lot?
Yeah, it was his game.
Do you play any sports, Sierra?
I used to play volleyball. I used to really like volleyball, and then I hurt myself, and then there was a whole bunch of drama. But
Can you play like badminton? That's a pretty light sport. Do you know what badminton
it's
is?
a little birdie, right?
Yeah, a little birdie with a real light
With like
racket.
a net?
Maybe.
Yeah, you have a
Mhm.
net, and it's like
Yeah.
a really like half the weight of a regular tennis racket, or even less than
I
that.
can't
Yep.
I can't.
The
move.
ball
They
stays
call
in
it
the air
shuttlecock
forever.
or
I can't
something.
spin my back that fast and do like the quick beats. I can't do that.
Is your situation something that you're going to be able to overcome?
I don't know, and that's the thing that's been so like stressful, especially the last 3 years. Is like I don't have an exact answer as to like why my back does any of the things it does, so I can't really get any kind of solution or even figure out if it's fixable.
Have you gotten MRIs?
Girl, I've had MRIs, I had X-rays, I've had like 3 different physical therapy bouts, I've had 2 injections, I've had like muscle relaxers, I've had antidepressants for some reason. I've had like a bunch of different things to try to
Sounds
figure
like
it
my
out.
wife. Yeah.
And they just like I don't know. So I'm like going back to the doctor next month. So
It seems like a lot of people have back issues.
yeah.
A lot of people suffer from back problems.
Carrying all them woes.
Do you do any sports, Phines?
Yeah, I play basketball, and that's it. Yeah.
Are you good at it?
He beats all the 14-year-olds in Queens.
Yeah,
I don't. I lost to all of them.
it's true. It's true. It's true. To all the 13-year-olds, please eat well and get your rest.
Get good.
Because I'm gonna hoop on y'all too. I'm hooping on everybody. Once you get past that age, though, you get better than me.
Do you still play on that court?
I do, yeah.
That was really fun.
Perfect for it. Yeah, did I tell you about the day I had a really bad game though?
No.
Lately. Oh, well, I have braids. Well, I've been playing with my cornrows, so they've been calling me like the answer, which is Allen Iverson. You know, like he's called the answer. So they'll be like, oh, the answer. But the last game we played, I was just terrible. I missed everything, and like it was just airballing, and they were like more like the question. And then you know how little kids really are really good at making fun of you.
They're awful.
They wouldn't shut the hell up. Damn.
And they laugh at the best times, and they try not to laugh at you, but they're laughing at you, you know. And it's just like embarrassing.
Okay,
Wow.
if each of you guys were to transform back into middle schoolers with the person you are now and go back to middle school, how do you think you would be received?
Will we be received?
Yeah, would you be popular, Grandpa?
Middle school.
Probably not.
Yeah. I'd probably be such a lame old man snitch. I'd always be telling the teacher, like, they're being too loud over here. I wish they would calm down.
I used to do that anyway. I was already doing that. I'd be loud, and I'd be like, y'all know you're going to fuck up our extra free time at the end of the week if you don't shut the hell up back there. It's bad.
Yep. Complaining about there not being nap time.
And then the teacher would just wait. The teacher would just let me yell at everybody, but then they would be quiet, and then we would go on. Be like, I'm trying to learn about the Catcher in the Rye over here. If you guys could relax. I had fun in middle school. I think I peaked in like 7th grade.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever tried teaching, Sierra?
No. Well, I tutor my cousin. She's like 11. I teach her Spanish. She's like really gifted, so it's not supposed to be difficult. It's not supposed to be difficult. She's like, like when you like have like a really smart kid, like they don't really have to try to do anything. And so if they're not like active, if they're not like super into it all the time, they're like not gonna do it. And like I have nothing to punish her with. I can't even be like, oh yeah, you got to learn this for the test, or like, oh yeah, you got to do your homework, or you're not gonna have any points. You know, I can't fail you. This is a free Zoom call every week. What am I supposed to do?
Real.
I can't enforce it.
I subbed for a few years, and I wasn't very good at it. They gave me every type of subject from 4th through 12th grades. Ooh. And it's difficult. You know, you have to try to read notes from the teacher and whatever, and you don't know, the kids sort of take advantage sometimes. It's a difficult job.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You don't have any continuity.
That does sound stressful.
Where and when did you teach, Grandpa?
It was in South Florida, Palm Beach County, and I would say I was probably, I'm guessing right now, in my late 20s or early 30s.
What got you into it? Was that just from the job thing?
It was just a secondary job. Yeah, I had a couple different things I did down there. I was a public relations guy for a large housing developer called Veterans Village and Jupiter Village. And my job was to, people would call in from advertisements that they read in Modern Maturity magazine and Veterans magazines and whatever, call in about the properties that were for sale, and my job was to try to get them to come down and visit the developments. And I probably turned off as many people as I turned on, but whatever.
I never knew either of those things. That's so crazy.
But interestingly, I one time had a Philadelphia police officer on the phone, and we got to talking, and I happened to mention the name of a family who I knew well, and he knew that they were partly responsible for a very big theft of coins from the Dupont family. And I knew exactly who he was talking about. I had seen the coins when I was a kid, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together when I was a kid, because the person that had them wasn't the type of guy that would collect coins, but he was looking at the coins. So he might have just been a fence. He probably wasn't the one that originally robbed them, but he was kind of fencing the coins. But they knew who it was, but they couldn't prove it.
Well, who are the Duponts?
Well, the Duponts were one of the wealthiest families in the world. You've not heard of the DuPont Corporation? Okay, the DuPont, Pierre DuPont is the person that invented gunpowder.
Oh, wow. Never mind.
And
that's all you gotta say.
And then he went on and they owned the plastics business. So they owned the plastics business. They controlled General Motors. The government came in eventually and made them divest themselves of General Motors Corporation because they had control of what General Motors would buy their plastics and supplies from. So the government made them do away with their General Motors stock. But they were the largest chemical company in the world at one time, and now they got together with Dow, and I think they're like joint partners with Dow Corporation.
Wow.
I'm surprised you never heard of DuPont. Boy,
The last name sounds familiar.
It just sounds like all of those, like, the Vanderbilts and the,
They were even richer. They own Delaware, the state of Delaware.
If you invented gunpowder and Kevlar, I just saw, if you invented that, then you're set.
What is Kevlar?
Well, they have a lot of other products. For instance, when you get a coin now, a silver coin, that's clad. There's a process, silver cladding. It's kind of like plating, but much stronger, much deeper, and they own that process for coinage. And they invented nylon and Teflon and 20 other lawns and all types of products.
Kevlar is what the bulletproof vests are made out of.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's used.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's intense. Yeah. Way back to that question that Brenda asked about 15 minutes ago about if you went back to middle school, what would you do? What would you do, Brenda?
I always used to be like, I would daydream about like going back in time to whatever high school, all these different times, and be like, oh man, if I could I'd do this, and I have a feeling that it would just be the exact same. Like every moment would just repeat as it did,
I pretty much had fun in grade school. Like I don't know if I would change up my grade school.
Grade school was good. Middle school is hell. You're the first person that I've ever heard like middle school that I've talked to, Sierra.
Well, like my middle school, my junior high, they're like the same, but
yeah.
But it was fun. I'm not serious, but like I had fun. Like 7th grade was like peak. Like we almost won like regional volleyball. Like wow. It was intense. It was the height of my life, man.
That's amazing.
Everything was going good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go home, make a taco bowl, go to the store, buy like 4 different kinds of beans.
That was like
salsa.
That was like my age. 8 was so good.
That was my utopia. Age 12, living a dream. High school, different story. That was piss.
I had, last 2 years of high school were pretty good, but like that middle, like 7th grade specifically was real bad. Really? Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. So much conflict in middle school.
I have a terrible 10th grade.
What happened in 10th grade?
Terrible 10th grade.
Well, I was like, I don't know if I was difficult or my parents or whatever, but I ended up in a program.
You gotta pick your mic up.
Mike.
I ended up in a program that was not for the college people that were going to go to college in 10th grade. Kind of a college prep program, which most all the Jews were in, and I ended up in a technical program, which almost all of the Italians and Irish were in. And I kind of dressed fancy and everything. We were going into a machine shop, and I think that the kids resented that, with gold cufflinks and whatever. And
yeah,
you show up in gold cufflinks.
Yeah. And
look at this Jew.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. They didn't want me in there.
Yeah, that was my whole life, Grandpa. I grew up on the Jersey Shore. I was literally the only Jew for miles.
Damn.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I could get deeper into it, but there's really no point in it.
Well, no, I mean, you bring up an interesting point. I think that's another thing is I didn't realize how much being Jewish or just like our family or whatever, like how separationist that was from like my whole childhood. Like I was, you don't think like, oh, this is like so different or whatever, but you look back and you're like, oh, it's like because of this and this and this, you know. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I never felt that at all, except that I did have a problem in this, with lathes and milling machines and whatever, and I guess I wasn't dressed appropriately for that type of program.
Did you
whatever.
grow up around a lot of Jews, Grandpa?
Pretty much,
yeah.
And I had a new Chevy convertible that I drove to school in and all, and these people were not in that area. Whatever.
Yeah.
And like it was like, who the hell is this?
Got that Frank Soda fortune that you squandered.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So.
What you about to say, Brandon?
Oh, I was just chilling.
Just vibing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How about you, Phines? How was your junior high school experience?
Junior high school was bad, or middle school or whatever. I didn't like it very much. A lot of, I don't know. I assume it was probably more me, but insecurity and trying to fit in and not fitting in and all that stuff. And then high school was a lot easier because I went to a really big high school, so you could just find your little crew. Because it was just so many different, it was so splintered, the school, everybody had their little cliques that it was not only easy to find your clique, but it was also where I found like, oh, I can hang out with, since I play sports, I can hang out with sports people, but I've always been pretty nerdy, so I can hang out with nerdy people. And it had nothing really they didn't really cross until you were like having your own little birthday party, which I never had because our family was like, no one's coming over our house. Like, yeah.
Well, you sound like you had a good childhood experience with your schools.
Yeah. I had a good high school. Was great for me because I got to play. I got like a bunch of extracurricular activities. Yeah, I mean my grades didn't do well in any of it, middle school or high school, but I had fun.
I was thriving. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah, I found out people skills are the most important thing. Always. Forget grades. No, grades are good. Grades are good too, but I don't know.
That and IQ, according to my girlfriend's parents. But,
They still on your case?
I don't know.
I haven't seen him again. I don't know.
Damn.
Nor will I.
I can imagine, Sierra, that you were a very good student.
Oh, I stayed a good student, bro. I was so good at it. Until that last year.
Yeah.
Until the last year.
My senior year of high school, I think I either got my first D or I got like my second C, like as a final grade. And like it was
in what subject?
Okay, so it was like, so this is one of the many reasons why my high school was terrible. So they had an honors physics class, and I can't remember what the setup was of like what you had to like choose for your class, but it was like, that was pretty much my only option. I think it was like something crazy, like I either would have had to take like trigonometry or like advanced trig or calculus, or I would have had to take this physics class. And I was like, okay, well, I would never ever do that, so I'm going to try to take physics. And I was like, I like chemistry, it could be kind of close, I don't know. Like in my head I thought it was, and in reality I think physics isn't that complicated. But this guy was teaching us out of a like sophomore college textbook. It was like this, literally like this thick, and he's teaching us out of this textbook. And like I remember the first like damn near month of class, like basically we would get like a few questions to do in the book for homework, and we would come in class and go over it. And like the first like 3 or 4 weeks, half the class was just like stressed and crying because like we couldn't figure out any of it. And then by like the second week, some of the other people, like half the class, figured out that they can just, you know, harass their like engineer parents or whomever to like help them figure it out. And like I ain't got no damn engineer parents, so I just kept screwing it up. And they would look at me, and then I would like and we would have to like, we would each get a question from the homework at the beginning of class, and then we would like have to partner up, try to solve the problem, and then present it to the class. And he would just let us present a whole big, like the size of my screen here, like a whole big whiteboard with all the wrong information on it. And he would just have us go up every day and look like a bunch of damn fools. And then by that time, like that was probably that might've been the first non-religion class that I just like walked in and just like gave up on, because I was like, I can't leave. That was the other thing too, was like, you couldn't leave. They started a policy at my school where you had to pay like $40 to switch classes. Didn't matter if you know, no, didn't matter what, you just had to pay.
Must have been a private school.
Yeah, they charge you $40, and the kids are like, "Bro, I don't have. Do I look like I have $40? My pants don't fit." And they wouldn't let you leave. They wouldn't let you switch. And so I was just stuck there, and I was like, I don't know what you want from me, bro. It's like there were 2 times where I think I did have the right answer in a whole trimester, and then but my partner like didn't want to listen to me. I don't know what was going on in his brain, but he was just like, there's no way Sierra has the right answer. And then he would like, it was just chaotic. It was like, you know, the one time you do think you're right, you are, but then everybody's like, there's no way, Sierra. And then you get up there, and it's just, it was humiliating all the time. They just keep throwing you up there, and then teacher would look at me, and he'd be like, hey, Sierra, what's the answer? And I'm like, you know, I don't know that, Dennis. You know, I don't. I have no idea. And he's like, did you help with this? And I was like, you know, I didn't, because I still don't know what's going on. And he would like, physics.
It sounds though like half the class didn't know.
Well, they figured it out because, they eventually figured it out because their parents, you know, helped them. I would get in the class. I would think I was like, oh yeah, we learned about acceleration yesterday, so I can just do this problem. You know, car takes off down the highway. You know, you're going to the store. It takes you 15 minutes to get there. How fast do you have to go? And I'd be like, okay, let's do the math. And then I get up there, and he's like, it's obviously not that. And I was like, well, how would you know? How would you know, Dennis? And he's just like, did you account for the time it would take you to start the car and build up speed to get to the store? And I'm like, did you tell me to do that though? How would I know that, Dennis? How would I know? It would be things like that, where like, you have no way of knowing. You would just you have to put a lot of thought into physics. And I'm like, there's just no way. I'm 17. How would I know that?
Yeah, that sounds like high math, like calculus.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, why are you teaching? Somebody looked it up like a month into class, and they're like, we all got mad because they were like, bro, this is a college textbook. Why are you teaching us college? We're not there yet. Stop it. We're not. This is an affront. It's an affront.
But overall, you did very well in school.
Not that time, but yeah.
Maybe not in that particular class, but it sounds like you were a good student.
Just ruined math for me forever.
I've known a lot of intelligent women, and they always a lot of them seem to have a problem with math. I don't know why, but they're good like in public speaking or whatever. But math is.
I think part of it is like Rosie. We're trying to have a dialogue.
Well, she's speaking up for the women.
There you go. Rosie's like, I'm really good at math. Like, I know the exact trajectory where your neck is. I can fly across the room and be there 0.5 seconds. No, I think part of it is like when you're growing up, I think they encourage girls to thrive in different ways. Math is not one of them. You know, we really, like, a guy can get away with not being able to like explain himself well or speak well or whatever. You know, I can't do that.
I know a woman who wasn't particularly good in math at all, but she became a top job with a engineering company, you know, but she had a very pretty face. I don't know.
It does help.
It does.
Yeah, how'd you do? Yeah, how'd you do in school, Brandon?
Oh, fuck. So I was hoping we'd move topics. I like academically and stuff.
No, we're talking about
Spiritually.
I had a very strong spiritual journey throughout my education.
Right.
I'll phrase it like this: my freshman year of high school, I was put in sophomore math geometry, and my senior year of high school, I was put in freshman algebra.
so they moved
Yeah.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
That's really real.
What?
Yeah, because I was
That sounds like me with waitering.
with what, Grandpa?
With
Waitering.
being a waiter. Yeah, I moved from being a waiter to being a busboy to being the dishwasher.
Is that true? Did they really?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is when I got my first job, like early college or something, it was for like an easy server position where it was in Hoboken, New Jersey. I was almost guaranteed to get a server spot because like someone I knew the owner of the entire restaurant. So I meet the owner of the restaurant. I put on a suit. Like I wear a suit to an interview to a waiter position, and she looks she looks at me. She's like, "What the fuck?" And then we have one conversation. And then she's like, "We can start you off as busboy." So I worked as support staff for the restaurant, where like I got a rat. It was ridiculous. It was awful.
But you have worked as a barback.
Yeah, not at my next job. Yeah, but
I did that too. I got really excited. Like my first job. I was working at a movie theater, and I was like, I dressed so. I don't remember what I know I didn't wear a dress, but it was like I might have worn a blazer to my interview. And I was like, and I had like a whole I had like a folder for my resume. I was like, we gotta ace this.
They look at you like, what's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't.
They're like, are you okay?
We don't want someone that dresses like this here. Like
I'm ready to work.
Yeah.
I'm ready to work. Come on, hire me.
We need blind obedience, not eagerness.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I know she was
Not
so
hope.
put off by the fact that I had worn a suit that she literally took the job away from me that she already offered.
You got
and
demoted
me to
site.
busboy. Yeah. How bad do you have to be?
Have you guys heard this song? I think it's pretty recent. Something I don't want to do your dirty work.
No.
Is that Adele?
No. It's a very clever song.
I don't know. Do you? Where do you find this stuff, Grandpa?
Just playing the radio, if I'm driving in my vehicle.
I don't listen to the radio.
I'll try and find it.
I
on
have
Google, see if
Spotify.
can-
Dirty work?
I don't.
This looks old.
I don't have a TV. I don't have. Everything's the internet. What about you, Phines? Were you a good student in school?
No. I've always struggled very hard in school.
You're very quick and smart.
If you looked at my GPA or looked at my grades, like when Masira was like, my worst grade was a D, I was like,
You were like, go.
on average, I would have a D or F on my report card every month, every whatever. And so much so that's where I got that good behavior, because my dad's be like, well, at least it says pleasure having class, or stuff like that. At least
See,
That's so nice.
look at the positive reinforcement. That's so.
Yeah, but that's like really nice. I don't think I can't think of any of my teachers though that would have just been like, like giving you a bad grade, but still would have been like, you're just so cool. Like, just a cool dude though, for sure.
I legit think there's teachers just throwing me a bone. Like even when they have to read in class and everyone gets called on class to read out loud, and I just can't read. I mean, now I do it as a joke because I can't read. It's funny, but back when I was a kid, I was like, I cannot read, and I was so embarrassed. And I could have sworn there was times where my teacher would just Yeah, we're not gonna call you.
Did you
just go
did
ahead and just
you
pass you up.
fail in school for lack of trying, or you tried hard and still couldn't do it? Both.
Both.
Okay.
Both. I was lazy. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm
am
so
still lazy. As a student,
It's a big mood.
I can't be bothered. Though even being on this podcast is starting to make me wonder because my attention span. This reminds me of school where I'm like, I can sit here for like a certain amount of time, but after a while, I'm like,
And yet,
no, I'm done. I could be having a good time too, and it's just like I gotta get up.
And yet, you can go on Discord for like 5 hours straight and shoot the shit, and it's like, I've never heard you.
No, I ain't.
I've seen you on Discord for 5 hours.
Yeah. You see me on Discord for 5 hours, doing whatever I want for those 5. Like just because, like, if I could sit here and just walk around my room, draw, eat, I would probably do the same thing I'm doing now. But it's the fact that once you get to, it's like a school. Like I love to learn, but if I have to sit there for 90 minutes to learn, it's probably not going to do me. It's probably not going to do me, the teacher, very well because I'm going to be there for like 20 minutes tops.
You would hate
and then after
office
that,
jobs, right? Like you would hate cubicle work.
They would hate me too.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a both. It's not like it's a two-way street. Yeah, but like I don't think they would like. I don't think the fit would work for either one of us. You know, they probably do the same thing. It's like you're a really nice guy, but you got to get out.
Yeah.
Here's your things. You haven't done anything for months.
I'm starting to go crazy. Absolutely.
The song that I was talking about is called "Dirty Work," and it's a guy named Steely Dan.
Oh, it's old school.
Sings it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You haven't heard
I
that?
know.
No,
I know
that's an
Steely
old
Dan.
one.
Yeah, it's an interesting song.
Yeah.
I'll find it.
I've never heard lyrics like that.
I reached out to a pot expert. She started some sort of pot business. That would be a fun guest, right?
Oh, for sure. Dispel the myths. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa's so anti-weed these days, but nobody smokes more.
No, I'm not really anti-weed.
You just don't like
think
talking
it's-
about it, right?
I don't like talking about it. I don't think it's good for young children, for sure.
When you say young children,
It screws your
do you
head up.
mean,
What?
do you mean in their 20s or?
Well, I think probably when you're high, you think that everything is profound, and then when you come back to reality, you realize that it's a lot of gibberish sometimes. I don't know. It's a hypnotic. So, I mean, you can look at it different ways. I think it does screw you up physically.
Yeah.
How so? How physically?
Well, for one thing, if you smoke it, it's very harsh on your lungs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It literally burns your lungs, and it stays in your body for days. I mean, they can check your hair a month later and tell that you've smoked pot. So it's
Well, you could say that about like anything. Like,
Yeah. Check some of our hair, Grandpa.
No, I think other drugs like alcohol don't stay in your system that long.
Alcohol won't. Actually, I don't know if alcohol would show up in your hair. Like, I know all the nutrients and things. Like, you can tell someone's diet from their hair. So, like, if you're ingesting like weed or something,
Right.
if that'll be in your hair. But alcohol, does way more harm than like a lot of like
I'm not.
things,
I'm not anti marijuana. I don't know. I think you kind of grow out of it generally with age. You kind of grow out what seems like nirvana when you're young. Changes. Things change in life.
Yeah, it turns into Steely
The
Dan.
song "Everything Must Change." Nothing stays the same.
Wait, I know that song. Where's that from, Grandpa?
Well, there's really a great singer. He's from because he's from, I forget the country, but one of the northern countries in Europe, and his name is Tommy.
Wiseau.
Let me see, what
Stop.
Tommy Korberg. Tommy Korberg, and I saw him as an old man, and that's all I knew of him. And then I found out later, but he's a fantastic singer. And then I found out later that he was the star in a show called Chess, which you guys probably haven't heard of because I never heard of it. But I guess it's a big play in I think it was from Sweden, but he's an excellent singer named Tommy Quirberg. So there's a lot of very talented people that are from other countries that we don't really hear about in this country.
Mm-mm.
Brandon, does your camera have like hydraulics?
Oh, I have a movable table.
Oh,
Wow.
the future is now, bro.
That is crazy.
Was that you moving or the table?
That was me.
Oh, okay. The camera's moving.
No. I'm going
No,
up and
he's
down.
got really good.
Oh, okay.
Those thighs. Yeah, this is all leg workout.
Well, the whole
man.
table's going up and down.
No, me. I'm doing it, Grandpa.
How are you doing it?
Spooky stuff, bro. Spooky stuff.
What is?
Oh man.
I would have to. I don't think I could do it. I was trying to do it, but you have to move the computer. You have to have the computer. You couldn't even hold the mic. You have to lift the computer
or,
up and
you
down.
know, it could just be like a good leg lift. You know, if your core is intact,
Yeah.
If you don't, if
Build
you have
up
no
your core
chair,
strength.
yeah, just kick the chair.
just lift the whole desk.
Hey, guys, what guests would you be interested in having on the podcast? Like, what type of? If I could get ideas from people of what would be like 10 out of 10 most exciting to talk to, and for each individual person.
For me, just any everyday person is interesting if they have a nice personality.
What is an everyday person?
I mean, they're not well known. They're not famous.
Oh,
or
trust
anything.
me.
They wouldn't be recognized.
We'll have those on.
Is that what we've been doing all along?
Yeah.
No.
I would like. This is hard to find. Oh no, there is, and there's tons of people. I would like to have debates, but like not arguments. I do not. No. They say looking. I just want to be able to hear someone out, and then they hear me out, or vice versa. Like as long as it doesn't have to be like. I don't want to have someone talk the whole time about their thing, but I want them to be, able to listen to us and our opinions, and it not get like heated. Can you just like say what you have to say, and then I say what I have to say, and then you say what you have to say, and then kind of like, rebuttal without being like condescending and whatnot. That would be probably
so as
my
opposed
favorite.
to an
I would
expert
like,
on a subject where we ask questions, like someone that just maybe has a strong opinion that you disagree with.
They can be an expert, but they're on the show to answer. Like they're there to correspond to us, not so much to teach us.
Right.
Be more like, so it could be an expert on something we may like, someone that does acupuncture that we may have lots of like differing questions about, but they wouldn't take our questions as like if we're not condescending on ourselves, we have to watch ourselves how we talk to them too. But I want to learn. Yeah, I'm trying to learn from other people.
I mean, yes, that's a good general rule of thumb, but what specifically would you want to debate about?
I want to hear people's opinion on like we've had, like in the beginning, we had conversations about age difference. Like what this age group thinks compared to what some other age group thinks, or what do you I guess since I'm fairly liberal, I guess then I would probably want to hear people that probably feel differently than me most of the time, that go like sit on the other side. So let me see, something I feel strongly about. What do I feel strongly
about? You want
about?
a conservative?
Maybe. Because even the conservative, me and him could be buddies. I got some conservative viewpoints. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, conservative. If a conservative can be like chill about it, and and then I'm okay.
How
And
does
I'm
the
here
rest
for it.
of the group feel about that?
If you can
I like the idea.
find a conservative that doesn't immediately want to, scream at me about the cabal and
The cabal.
the cabal and the cults and all that, perhaps.
Or yeah, even if it's someone like someone that's like a hunter that hunts, and I don't agree with
Yeah.
hunting so much, right? But he's an expert or she's an expert at it, or they or whatever, whoever's hunting, and I can hear the reason why they enjoy it, the reason why they love it, the reason why it brings them joy, the reason why there's a need for it in
Yeah.
this world. Then I think I can ask my question going,
But do you
blah,
think
blah,
that
blah.
we would just yes them and listen and then hold back, or would you be down to have be like, don't you think this is fucked up, Mr. Hunter, sir?
I'll read the room. If I feel like what I'll say is offensive to them,
Sure.
then I won't
I
say
mean,
anything.
but that's what a
But I
lot of
feel like I
debating
have the ability
is
to-
potentially causing offense,
Oh, I don't care about that.
Yeah, that's why I said pick someone good. See, that's where I wouldn't. My goal is not to offend the person that I'm talking to, because then they hide secrets if they feel like they're offensive. I want someone to tell me all the juicy stuff.
Yeah. And I do feel like it is a big
and-
ask and like a vulnerable thing to ask somebody for their time. And can you like sacrifice your point of view and like come on and like do, so yeah.
That's where we have to be respectful and when we're talking and going like, I'm not going to like it is if it's someone that is very conservative or believes in whatever, like, I don't know, something really offensive, like, oh, women should get paid less or something. Right. Even though that is very like anti, and that sounds very like whatever the person says to me is probably going to be, I'm not going to agree with. My goal is to probably let them still be heard. Like, I want to hear why they think that. And then I can ask questions. Then it's okay for me to be like, well, what about this? Without, like, as long as I don't do it without going, you stupid head.
I
You're
feel
wong.
like
I can just be
Sierra
like, well, what
has
about these
something
things?
she wants
You know?
to say.
I agree like 30% with you. Like, I don't think everything doesn't need to devolve into like, like name calling and insults and stuff. But like, I don't think that's a good example of like, if I just say like women should be paid less, that's like I can't argue or debate with someone when like we're like our subject is like human rights or like someone's worth. Like, I can't argue. I'm not going to argue with you about that. Like, I'm either just going to I'm either going to like, break all the way down, why you're wrong and leave, or I'm just going to leave if I don't even think that's worth the time. But, like, I feel like your hunting point is like a better example maybe where I can like talk. Well, I don't really care about hunting. Well, I've never hunted. I wouldn't do that. So yeah, like I feel like I could talk to somebody about that.
See, that's like, even that right there is relative, because if I was an animal, I'd be like, nah, he can't be on this show because he's clearly wrong. He doesn't care about rights. So this is where I'm saying, like, yeah, I don't have to agree with them, and I could viscerally not disagree with them completely. But if I'm going to have a debate and I want to hear their point, like understand why they have that point of view, I want to hear it, and they're not going to give it to me if I'm saying how stupid their viewpoint is. I want to hear it out, and then if by questioning them or talking it out, they'll be able to hopefully see the holes between. And that's when you win a debate, right? In my opinion, is when you go, you said this, but then there's so many holes in your theory or logic that you may be wrong, and they may leave the show not thinking that they're wrong. But that's the type of debate I like.
So you don't think women should stay in the house, in the home, Sierra, and just take care of the kids? And...
Not for
Poking a
free,
bear, bro.
I'm being
not for free,
facetious.
not for free.
Being so-
I need a stipend. I need, like a pension fund. I need to know that there's something happening in the background while I'm doing all this work. At a minimum.
Yeah. See, I'm even here for that. That joke is to like even go like to play like as long as it's not like legitimately rude to the staff. Like if we were debating somebody right now and Grandpa made that joke and the guy got really upset or the person got really upset, I'd be like, oh, you can't even
Right, like
take a
that's
joke.
on you.
Clearly,
Like,
we're
I can't help you with that. You know, if you're gonna be silly, you know, if you're gonna say something silly to me, like, oh yeah, well, you know, it's a good thing you're not getting paid as much as them because you know that would just be, you know, if you're gonna be silly to me, I have to be silly back.
That's the thing is like I can like vet, you know, like, but I will never know. Once you can't go down the rabbit hole unless you're in the rabbit hole, and then you don't know how the person is going to respond either way. So I can't make a promise
Right.
of like this won't be wildly hurtful to you or et cetera, et cetera. Right? It would just have to happen if we're going to do it.
You do it.
They have to have a good pedigree. I think we would have to have a good
Vetting.
like no, like I think we'll get easier people to debate the more people notice is a platform that they can feel like it'd be vice versa. Like right now, it'd be hard to find. It may be hard to find, but sooner or later we'll start finding people that are like, oh, I'm going to respect you guys and I can take a joke because I've been on all these shows and I'm used to it. Just like we'll get experience with people if that be the case. So they have, different viewpoints than us, you know?
So
the two-way street. Cause I'm, yeah, go ahead. I mean, I know I got improvings to do. I know I gotta get better myself.
So a respectful conversation between a liberal and a conservative, a debate between a hunter and an animal. And the hunted. What about you, Sierra?
See which one
I like to see I think it'd be fun to have some more writers.
I have a lot of
I
those.
haven't had a writer on in a while.
Okay,
not like in like the self-help realm, specifically. You know,
those are the types that like going on.
We
podcasts.
have had a lot, right? Yeah, maybe I'll be on the lookout too.
I do. The writer of Soul Patch. There's a woman named Brie O'Connor who I haven't been in anything she's written, but she has a theater company in New York, and she is a very prolific writer. And there's like 10 of them, but they're all like playwrights, and that they're not like novelists.
That's fun.
Yeah,
if that know about playwriting,
I'll hit her up. I can hit her up right now.
Yeah,
that's probably like the only medium I don't really like delve into reading at all. Like if you were to tell me about a book, like a good book, I'll try that out, but I don't really I've never gone like looking for plays, but yeah, that'd be interesting.
Okay. So writer, hunter. What Grandpa?
The abortion issue seems like a very difficult issue to discuss.
Well, that's
I don't think you're going to change anyone's mind about it.
That's one of the cruxes of liberal conservative, where I feel like immediately it would get very right, because from a liberal perspective, it's like just known fact, and then from a conservative perspective, it like known fact, right? Each ideology. So,
right, that's tough. Yeah. You know what though? It'll be fun, and who make it even more of a light debate is if we just get comedians or improvisers or someone that because at least and you know what? We're all pretty funny, and I would love to see like Brandon and Sierra thrown into improv scenes or where they got a
Grandpa does that to us
I'm always impressed with.
What do you mean?
yeah, I know. It's great. Now we can have someone else that's someone else on there that
can make someone else.
Yeah, but I'm not intentional about it. It just
yeah, exactly.
Only with your someone words, Grandpa.
Maybe someone that interviews you, Brandon. That'd be cool to learn about Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's do reverse interviews.
Well,
not us though. Someone random, like a.
We could learn a lot about Brandon, but I don't know that if he wants us to.
Yeah, my grandfather hates me.
We'll get a random. We'll get one of our favorite.
I love you, Brandon.
We'll get one of our favorite guests, like Azumi.
Sunny. Not True.
Or somebody coming up.
Love you, True. I know you'll be listening. Yeah, I mean, I texted Sunny. I texted him too late, but he was going to be on today. And he fucking runs an improv theater,
Yeah.
Why not utilize? But yeah, I would love to find that should be that I could do that from backstage. What do we want? Like an improviser, a stand-up comedian, What are they gonna do? Lead Grandpa through theater games, or?
I want some
No,
stand up. I
maybe.
want to see some stand up people. That'd be fun.
Okay.
Just to get some, we'll try to get
good
some like
riffs. Yeah.
funny topics to talk about. You know,
Okay.
yeah.
Ask them how they feel about abortion. Good funny
That
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
It'll
exactly.
be a real riot of an episode.
Experts take stuff too serious, you know.
Okay. All right. Well, we only have 4 more experts scheduled for the next 2 months. So
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you know, experts take everything so seriously, you know.
okay, wait, hold up. All right. What else do we say? All right. Hunter, conservative writer. What else?
Comedian.
Your mama.
Okay. You want Grandpa's daughter on the show?
Oh yeah. Oops.
I think that's a good idea.
That
sounds like a good
Grandpa's
idea,
like a
man.
fucking dream right there.
The sweetest kid ever.
Yeah. Hey, one of your guys' family members.
Why are you all shaking your head?
Yeah,
now?
I know.
What's the matter,
I'm trying to
Sierra?
think of
Why
anybody
are
in my
you-
family that.
Her mom is an avid listener of the podcast.
Avid listener every episode.
I literally I like text. I'm like, did you hear this one? She's like, oh yeah, I loved it. I was like, oh cool. What'd you think? She's like, yep, great. Oh, never listen to a fucking minute.
Damn.
Yeah, my parents don't know about podcasts.
That would make it way better
Dad
than
doesn't have
you
a
just
phone.
treat it as a phone call with
You
us.
don't know his number.
My parents would be so upset.
Why is that? Why you come across very nice on the podcast? Why would they not enjoy?
me?
They'd be mad that you
Watching
didn't
it.
tell him.
No, it's not that they would be embarrassed to me. They just have they would take it offensive of me recording them on the phone without them knowing, and if they did know,
Oh, you'd have
they
to
would
let
easily
them
just
know.
go
let them
like,
know.
Yeah.
What happens if you let them know? Why?
they would say no. They go, oh, have you ever been around like Midwestern old black people?
Yeah,
They're very modest. They're very modest and
They would
humble
never.
people. They don't want to be. They don't know. They would never.
Mm.
It's like, yeah. That honestly, thinking about it makes me guilty. It's like the son guilt I already feel. The guilt I will get for the rest of my life. Remember that one time you called me out of the blue and put me on that podcast? I'm like, I told you we can advance. And they go, that was way too soon.
You're like 60 now, and it's like, I remember that. I can't.
I remember
believe
that.
You.
You embarrassed me and your
No,
mom.
it would never work. I'm trying to think of somebody in my family that would want to.
I've noticed people are sensitive about things that you just never know what somebody's going to be sensitive
Yeah.
about.
And Nini,
just
you know
really don't
Nini,
know.
Grandpa?
Of course.
I said, you want to be on the podcast? She said, nobody knows my fucking business but me.
Right.
Yeah, nah.
Google's laughing in the background.
I think she was
Yeah,
smarter
family,
than me.
Nini's like the funniest person I know. Yeah, quickest.
Yeah, she was smart.
Yeah, Grandpa.
I'm
Oh,
really
sorry,
trying
go on.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think I put all my friends on the show.
you already did. Yeah, you did. That was a great
I think I've done it.
second
I think
half of an episode. That was awesome.
We killed it.
Grandpa, who would you want to have? I don't have any of your recs on this list.
Who would I want to have
If
on?
you could have any type of person, any specialty, any vibe, who would you want me to get
I
as
think
a
it
guest?
would be. It's really different than my personality, but I would like to have like a really good athlete, like a great athlete.
And you would
on the
be
show, 'cause I
engaged.
think they're very upbeat.
You'd be engaged in the conversation. That would interest you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I think they're just, they're full of life. They're very vibrant, and I think it would be an upbeat for
Like
the
a
show.
pro athlete.
Well, I don't know if you could get one because they're used to making big money, and whether they'd want to give the time or not. But you might be able to find somebody that is a retired person. maybe.
Any specific sport, you guys?
Basketball.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I could get him on
who
the
Al
show.
Get
Center
Kareem
was
on the
one,
phone.
Yeah, somebody like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kareem.
you
Hey
was one of the
Siri, call
greatest.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
But I don't think
You
can
mean
get the
Best
those guys to make big
Calling
money
Best
just,
Buddy right now.
just for a 30-second commercial. They make big
Yeah.
money. You know.
Hey
for
Siri,
very
call
hard to get
Cutie
them.
Pie 912.
If they're trying to sell a book, sometimes they'll go on a show.
Yeah.
just to
Hey,
get exposure for
Dr.
the book.
Avadia called us. So,
Mhm. People call us now.
yeah. What about someone like really old grandpa? What if I could get like one of the longest living people?
Sure. Yeah, if you can get them, if they can hold up through the show.
All right.
I want to, you know what I want to do? I want to add this to the list. I want a chef.
That I reached out to a chef, I think.
I want a chef, and I want it scheduled later so that we can send them the cooking episode.
Okay.
We can have a react video. We can have a step by, like, you know, after the football game when they review the footage and they're like, Jackson, you fucked up that pass. Timothy, you ruined that. You ruined that assist. I don't know.
You know, Brandon.
What's that
I
really
think-
mean
I
guy that
think your
cooks?
mom is friendly
Yeah.
with Flay, the chef Flay.
No, she
Pretty well
no,
known.
no.
No,
She's
I'm wrong.
no. Here's the story, Grandpa. She's not friendly with Bobby Flay. My mom and myself were at Bobby Flay's Burger Palace when it opened in the Monmouth County Mall, and I went to the restaurant, and Bobby Flay was there, and I, as a little kid who liked wanted to cook, walked up to him, and I said, "Mr. Flay, I'm a huge fan," and he ignored me for like 15 minutes. Turned around, he said, "What, kid?" And I was like, I really like the food you make. And then he said, "Oh yeah, what's your favorite dish?" And I said, "I like soup." And he said, "That's nice." And then he turned around, and then just like I had to just stand there to his butt and like walk away.
And that turned into...
He was cussing you out, but he just didn't want to face you and
Yeah,
go, fucking
yeah.
kid, soup.
And that turned into, bro, yeah, me and Bobby Flay. I remember Bobby.
That somehow turned
Back in the
into
day.
my mom knows Bobby Flay.
And you're sure that they haven't had any kind of interaction after that?
I don't know what she does. I don't know.
That was just a
Right.
throw. That was just, he just did all that to throw you off the scent.
Yeah. I truly have no idea. Yeah, we can have a chef on. That would be good.
Well, I only mention it because you mentioned about having, because Sierra mentioned about having somebody in the cooking,
Well,
or, a chef.
I'll see if we can get Bobby Flay on.
Get me Kareem and then get me Bobby.
I'm trying to think of who the craziest person we could get on is.
It'd be a return guest.
The conspiracy thing. No. Craziest, like, fame wise.
That's a long list.
It's probably you, Brandon.
We're not doing too well then.
Who's the craziest person we could get?
I mean, I know some crazy famous people, but they would not do the show.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, that's
you gotta
true.
sell it.
I'm sorry for whoever's listening that is famous, but I can't say I know any famous people.
Good thing you disclaimed it, or else they would have been so offended.
Like, you don't know Phines. Kareem calls me.
Kareem with the, oh, okay, so you don't know nobody? All right. Lose my number.
You don't
Lose
know
my
nobody, huh?
number.
Okay.
I met Evander.
Really?
Nice fella.
That's crazy.
What is Evander?
Holyfield
Holy.
is like the very famous boxer,
He was a world champion.
Oh,
top 5
fancy.
all time. Yeah,
Oh,
He's
wow.
a nice guy.
that's nice. Cool.
I don't know. Some of these guys are sitting at home. They might, they might have time to do something
Take a
like
call.
like Larry Holmes or whoever.
Yeah. I invited a rabbi to be on the show. I thought that could be fun.
Oh yeah.
What'd he say?
But
Who's someone famous that would probably just do it, even though like they would have no reason to be on the podcast?
I don't know.
You know, that would just do it for the shits and giggles.
I don't know.
Like
Jack Black.
would do it. You're right.
What is the
Jack Black.
Well, I think she's too well known now, but the daughter of Schumer, what's her name?
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer. Yeah, she does an ad for women's, Campex or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Amy
She
Schumer.
might.
Yeah, she's the
probably
daughter
might.
of someone famous.
Well, she's the daughter of
Maya
one of the
Rudolph?
top guys in the Democratic Party. Not daughter. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
niece.
Amy Schumer is Chuck Schumer's daughter. There's no way.
No, niece.
Are you serious?
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I never put that together, but I really,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
I would be so mad if that's true.
It's true. Yeah,
What?
she's got a
You'd
mouth.
be
too.
mad.
Yeah,
Grandpa putting you on pop culture.
Got
Did
him.
you know this?
You're out the
is
loop.
that no? I don't.
You was too busy watching Courage the Cowardly
Get on the
Dog,
level.
not
Oh,
knowing the real
she's-
news.
She's cousins with Chuck Schumer.
She's cousins or niece? I thought she
No,
was a niece,
she's
but you may be right.
Cousins.
You know, like when your cousin is like a whole generation older than you, it's confusing.
How?
I mean, you still call them uncle, but they're
Right?
really your
It's
cousin.
very
Yeah,
confusing.
yeah.
I hate that. I want to just start calling them like, this is my uncle, this is my aunt.
But she's a funny girl. She makes fun of her looks and everything. She's really
She's
kinda
a
funny.
character for sure.
Yeah, she's really a character.
I never knew this. It doesn't say. It just says cousin, and it doesn't.
It could be. I thought she was a niece, but maybe not.
Wild times.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I didn't. Yeah, we're learning new things. Thank you, Grandpa.
Okay, we're getting to that moment.
Yes.
If we want to do
That
last
moment.
thoughts or anything like that.
All right.
Yeah, it's 8:26.
That's my
I
thought.
swear, half the time, Grandpa's like 7,221, 7,220, 7,219.
I'm already up to 9,000.
Oh man.
376.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. What are you gonna do tomorrow, Grandpa? What are you gonna do the rest of the night? Even. What do you have?
Well, this evening I'm going to relax once I get off this program. Once I get off of this, I'm going to relax and watch some
This
TV.
godforsaken
I have to put the birds to bed.
weekly hell we endure.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Man. Yeah. What are your guys' last thoughts?
3 more minutes.
In wrestling, what's the villain called in wrestling? The muscle or something?
In WWE, The Undertaker.
The tough guy? No, like for wrestling there's like roles. Wrestling.
We're still here, audience. We're about to wrap
don't know.
up. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
It's coming.
Oh no.
Mine is
Oh,
gonna-
a heel. A heel. A professional wrestling. There's a heel. Always a heel. Someone. Me and Grandpa are just the heel of this podcast. There's always someone you gotta, not root. The villain of every show. There's Rey Mysterio, and then there's his villain.
Hey, you're Bennon's favorite on the show as of 8 months ago. So
Yeah, I hope I still up there. Let's see. Last word of the day. I'm happy there. That's it.
that True wasn't on the or what?
Oh no, I'm just happy in general. No, I didn't say anything about True.
Oh yeah, because what the fuck, Finest?
True's. I'm
a
happy
great
for
guy.
True. Yeah.
Sierra last thoughts.
Last thoughts. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Grandpa and Chill podcast. We're so great to see you guys. Welcome to the season 2, episode 2. We're so glad to have you guys. If you don't know, this is a generational podcast. We cross the bridge. We break the barrier. We break that glass ceiling between Gen Z, raggedy millennials, and the golden generation, the silent generation. And this is what we're here for. The technology we've got. I'm your producer, Sierra. We've got our beautiful host, Brandon Fox, Phines Jackson, and the Barton Frank. This week, we have a very special guest bringing us good vibes all episode long. I know you didn't see this coming. This is our dear friend, Belinda, our favorite guest of this new season so far.
And then
Wonderful.
And then you're gonna cut back into the start of the episode, and I'm gonna be like golden light and like not like dark. And
Belinda blesses all of us. We love it.
Yeah. Hey, we love you guys out there, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Even just the last episode, we had people from so many different countries tuning in, and we're really grateful for you and sticking with us. And we got lots of fun ahead. So happy Halloween, probably.
Yeah, be safe. Don't be nasty.
Yeah, don't be nasty.
Don't be nasty on Halloween, guys.
Yeah.
Unless you try to get some treats.
Great, guys.
Podcasting with Grandpa Bart and Rosie, always on his shoulder. This is Grandpa and Chill.
Grandpa and Chill is brought to you by your hosts, Brandon Fox, Bart Frank, and Phines Jackson. Our producer is Sierra Doss. You can find episodes old and new on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch the show, and follow us on Twitter for behind-the-scenes moments you can't get anywhere else.